It's the NFL on EA Sports, and this one features Jordan Addison. He's on the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Vikings and the Raiders on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they too come in off the bye, so we should have two teams that are eager to get back at it. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a third-year pro and third overall pick from North Dakota State. He's battled injuries early in his career, trying to stay healthy now. That's Trey Lance.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Lance. And he rifles one incomplete.
Now you could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Play action, now it's Lance. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Well, the Vikings had 3 and 9 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Again, it's Lance. This is caught. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Hunt. Diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time.
Leading them out, still one of the most recognizable QBs in the game and one of the most fun QBs in his 5th season. It's Gardner Minshew.
So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh?
Yeah, they both had buys.
Both had them, so you got to figure both of them went back, watched some extra tape, polished up their game, checked out their fundamentals, but they also have both had an extra week to prepare for each other's defenses. This could be a whole lot of fun.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Michael Mayer, his intended receiver.
And that'll make it third down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 32 that time.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The speed of Jordan Hicks on display there as he gets the tackle for loss. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Minshew. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And running with power here. Room to run at the 50. Kene Nwangu. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Minnesota. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Joseph on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Minshew, 1st and 10.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Devontae Adams, his intended receiver.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Now Lance going to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now Lance.
That's into the hands of Edwards. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
And Lance now to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Minshew. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Minshew's throw taken in by Adams.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's Minshew.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Now here's a throw that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
It was a Caleb Evans in on the stop. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Minshew sets to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll go play action here with Minshew.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown Raiders!
Michael Mayer
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Raiders have cut it back within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was finished off by a Michael Mayer touchdown grab. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
That one complete to D.D. Westbrook.
Finding room at midfield.
And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter.
This a 2nd and 8.
As they've got it as we resume action.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
To throw, it's Lance.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. Third down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
Second down and 3. Shotgun now for Lance.
And this one's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Lance. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Addison hauls it in.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he completes it to Westbrook. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Here's Lance.
That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, Nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Edwards. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And Lance going to throw. Touchdown, Vikings! Brian Edwards. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
Minshew's throw there complete to Myers. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stumped twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Brian Edwards in this offense, helmets on and ready to go again.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Here's a jet sweep. This is Addison, and he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Lance to throw on 2nd down here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Lance looking to throw it. Touchdown! Bryan Edwards. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd down, Minshew. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Minshew, 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. Now Minshew. He finds Mayer here. And they will have a 1st down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. That's caught by Myers. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Minshew sets to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was the visiting Lions who come in and get the road victory. Jared Goff, strong in the victory, as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. From there, let's stay in the Midwest and head down to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Patrick Mahomes looking good. 2 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Jackson Smith-Njigba, a touchdown reception.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Here's Abdullah from his end zone, and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
And Charles, some things to like about that first half, ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come back, continue to throw the ball effectively.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. Fighting him off. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 77 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10.
Very quick throw. He's got Myers.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Second and 2 at the Vikings' 41-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Gets it downfield to Mayer. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Michael Mayer with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders are back within a score.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Carlson on for the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was finished off by a Michael Mayer touchdown grab. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Brian Edwards and this offense, helmets on and ready to go again.
And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who is just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 79 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done. It's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go.
They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Off play action, it's Minshew. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Once again, it's Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They run it with Jacobs. Powerful run. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Josh Jacobs
with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. But that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he returns this to the 22. Jordan Addison in the offense out for another drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now he's flushed out right.
And Lance will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line, a 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing now is Lance. That's into the hands of Edwards. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Hunt will try going up the middle.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. Off of play action. Here's Lance. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
This one good for a 1st down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. To throw, it's Lance. He'll dump this off to Akers.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for 1st.
And Lance now to throw. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he will have a Vikings 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Play action, now it's Lance.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Joseph's got it.
And that'll push the lead up to 8.
So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air.
Yeah.
Got to slow down the running.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
Here's Minshew. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 47-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Minshew. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
So a definite surprise there. They try the fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. 2nd and a couple.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
78 yards on the ground now for Hunt. It'll be a 1st down. The Lance going to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2. On play action, Lance. Swings this out for Hunt.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now a play fake. Lance.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Tyree Wilson
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, they need to make something happen for a chance at a comeback, and I'd say that qualifies. They took advantage of the play-action pass by the offense, ran right through it, and got a big sack in a big moment.
after the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here's Lance to throw it. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. This offense on 3rd down today, can't fault these numbers, 7 for 9 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Trying to improvise. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 9 yards that time.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6.
Touchdown!
Cam Akers.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now. A 10-play drive that time. And it's polished off by a Viking score.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
Minshew, 1st and 10.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun is Minshew. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now Minshew. And that's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
Brian Edwards in this offense, helmets on and ready to go again.
When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a 2-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores.
Now Lance throwing on 2nd down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Here's Lance. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Lance looks to throw again.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Flushed out right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Now a carry for Jacobs.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll go play action here with Minshew.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it's capped off by the Austin Hooper touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season.